Adelina and the Invisible Dog. Genre: comedy, adventure. Adelina is a creative and imaginative 5-year-old girl who lives in a suburban house with her parents and older brother. She loves making up stories and has a very wild imagination. One day, she decides she needs a dog, but not just any dog, an invisible one. She names him Bulka, a fun, quirky name. Bulka is the most mischievous, playful, and invisible dog, and while no one else can see him, he's always up to something funny. Episode 1: Bulka and the Big Race. Adelina decides to have a race for Bulka in her backyard. She sets up an obstacle course with cushions, barrels, and even some old boxes. Since Bulka is invisible, Adelina excitedly narrates the, "Oh no, Bulka tripped over the box, but he's back on his paws, he's speeding up." Of course, nothing is actually happening, it's all in Adelina's imagination. But it's hilarious because she treats it like it's the most serious competition ever. Adelina notices Bulka hiding under the table and says, "Oops, Bulka is stuck in my flower pot. He's jumping over it now," but the flower pot mysteriously tips over by itself. While walking around the yard, Adelina says, "Bulka just drank my juice. How could you?" As if the invisible dog is sipping from her cup. Bulka at the picnic. Adelina and her family go for a picnic in the park, but she sneaks Bulka along, only she knows he's there, of course. While they sit down to eat, she starts shouting, "Bulka, stop eating all the bread! It's for everyone!" At the same time, the family wonders why it seems like someone is stealing the food, but no one sees anything. Adelina's mom says, "Adelina, stop! Bulka can't just eat the whole loaf," as if the bread is mysteriously disappearing. While playing with Bulka, Adelina falls over as if being pulled by the invisible dog. She laughs and says, "Well, Bulka's a little too enthusiastic today." Other kids in the park start asking, "Why is your dog acting so weird?" To which Adelina answers, "He's just very playful." Bulka in the store. Adelina and her mom go grocery shopping, but Adelina secretly takes Bulka along. As they walk through the store, strange things start happening. Bags of chips tumble over, and cans fall off the shelves. Of course, no one sees that Bulka is playing around, but Adelina just laughs and says, "Oh, Bulka's just being silly again." The store clerk approaches and says, "Adelina, I think your invisible dog just knocked over the cereal aisle." When Adelina picks up a toy off the shelf, it appears to move on its own, making the whole situation look even stranger. Bulka at school. Adelina goes to school for the first time, and of course, she brings Bulka along. While in class, Adelina is constantly talking to Bulka, explaining what the teacher is saying and where Bulka should sit. Her classmates are confused but amused by her conversation with an empty chair. The teacher asks, "Adelina, why do you keep looking at the air?" And Adelina responds, "I'm talking to Bulka. He's sitting right here." During a lesson, Bulka starts knocking pencils off the desks, and the whole class laughs as Adelina calmly says, "Bulka loves art class." Bulka at the movie theater. Adelina goes to the movies with her family and sneaks Bulka in, even though no one can see him. While watching a movie with a dog on screen, Bulka starts reacting to the movie as if he's a big fan, making it look like there's a really excited, invisible dog in the theater. The people sitting around Adelina are puzzled, as it seems like she's watching a very exciting scene and laughing for no reason. Adelina shrugs and says, "Bulka loves this movie." In the final scene, The other kids in the theater try to figure out what's going on, and one of them asks, "Is your dog invisible or something?" Home again. At the end of each season, Adelina returns home after a long day of adventures with Bulka. Her family, her parents and older brother, start joking about all the crazy things Adelina has experienced with her invisible dog. While they can't see Bulka, they're starting to realize that maybe he's been part of Adelina's life in a special way all along.